Alright, what's going on everybody? I'm Sean out here at the range with the muzzleloader today. In today's video, I'll be going over my muzzleloader load, what I got here, what I'm shooting, what I load it with, how I'm shooting it, and just going over the whole process of sighting it in for you. So, enjoy! Alright, let's get going. Hello everybody, I'm Sean, one of the members of this channel with Grant and William. Today, or tomorrow, I'm going to be headed out to the range to re-sight in my muzzleloader. I have a muzzleloader tag in my state here for whitetail this fall, and I want to get it all sighted in because I just put a scope on it. Last year I was doing open sights, so I need to get a scope on the dang thing and get it shooting. So basically what I'm doing here is just reloading my charge tubes with my powder. I have a few that are empty from last season and I want to make sure I have all of them prepped and ready for tomorrow at the range. So first things first, I'll show you what I'm using this season and what I used last season. I have, show you there, the Power Belt Arrow Light in 250 grains. I like this bullet. It is a little bit lighter than most muzzleloader, most power belts at least. I have the others here. I don't remember what they're called exactly, but these are the 350 or 300 grain, whatever they are. But I like a little bit lighter bullet. I'm not shooting elk or anything with this gun this year, so I'm not worried about packing a huge punch or anything like that. So 250 grain will be perfectly fine for my application. Deer, maybe antelope, if in the future maybe I draw an antelope tag or something like that. But for now, 250 grain is all I need and all I want. So what I'm going to do here, oh, also got the Pyrodex powder, and I'm going to be using the Winchester 777s primers. That's about it. Clean my gun with the CBA patches, and then I season and protect it with this Traditions Easy Clean lube. I would prefer boar butter, but I cannot find it to save my life up here. So Traditions Easy Lube will have to work for now. Move those out of the way. Those are all my bullets for this season, so it better not suck tomorrow. All right, so first things first, I don't remember exactly what weight I used. I can't remember if it's 90, 95 or something like that, or 85 even, because those are the three that I tried with. Let me circle back. I don't like using volume for my powder. I don't trust it. It's just not accurate enough for me. I don't like it. It just makes me nervous. So what I'm gonna do is put it on my scale here. It's not a crazy accurate scale, it's just an tenth, but this is a muzzleloader, and if I'm within half a grain or so, I'm perfectly happy because it's a muzzleloader. It's not the most accurate rifle. It's not a centerfire rifle. It doesn't need to be within the thousandth of a grain. It doesn't need to be like that. So what I'm gonna do, looks like we have 90 grains. I hope you can see that on the GoPro. 90 grains. That's what I thought, but I wanted to verify. I'm glad I did. So, what I'm gonna do now, and on the subject of not trusting volume and going by weight, I'm going with 90 grains by weight. And for those of you that are curious, right around 108 or so grains by volume. It's a little more than they recommend for these guns, but it shot well. I don't have an issue with it. I was getting 1-inch groups at 100 yards, so I'm happy with it. What I'm gonna do now is finish or load up the rest of these with powder, and I will meet y'all back out on the range tomorrow. It's late at night tonight. I'm just prepping for the range tomorrow morning. the reason I'm in my kitchen is because my wife is not home and spilling powder everywhere that I will have to clean up. But it's no big deal. She's gone for a while. I'll clean it up. No big deal. Anyway, we do this. And like I said, I will catch y'all on the range tomorrow morning. Thanks. So now that you've seen what I'm shooting with, I'm basically going to show you my loading process and just taking a few shots with the gun. So I've been shooting out here a little bit. I've got it somewhat dialed in. I'm not 100% on it yet. I want to take a few more shots just to make sure, but we're almost there. So this is my gun. It's a CVA Wolf, and on it I have just a random Bushnell Trophy XLT that was sitting around, so I decided to use it. I'm using some cheap Maven scope rings. Yeah, scope rings are scope rings, and I'm not concerned with being insanely accurate as it is just a muzzleloader. So I'm gonna go ahead and load it here. As you saw, I preloaded a bunch of charge tubes last night, which is almost out of powder, apparently. There we go. And we got 3 left. Cool. But 90 grains by weight, about 108 by volume. Go ahead, dump that in there. Try not to spill any at all. And the bullet, the Power Belt Arrow Light here. Shove that bad boy in there. And I've marked the barrel with a line there. It's a lower one. You can see how far I need to shove it in. And then lastly, I have the Winchester 777 primer. Put that in there. Close her up. She's ready to go. I don't have a sled or anything, so it's we make do with what we got out here. So adjust this, and we will get shooting. I've been shooting, but I'll shoot again. Just make sure you're still recording. Do a shot. I just like to shoot realistically, shoot off the pack. It's all right. Cool. I'm gonna take advantage of nobody else being at the range right now, in my lane at least, and go check that out, see what it looks like. All right, down here at the target, kind of explain what I did here, what these are. I got it about 2 inches high at 50 yards on a different target. Then I moved to 100, and my first shot was here. Moved it down. Second, being blurry. Third, fourth, and that last shot was right there. I just want to be inside this red square at 100 yards, and I'm happy with this gun. Like I said, it's not the most accurate weapon in the world, and I'm not shooting off of a sled or anything like that, so I'm happy with that. Probably gonna take 1 or 2 more shots out of it, just burn the rest of the powder that I have, and she'll be done. I'll show you all how I clean it in a second. Been cleaning it in between every shot, so try to get as consistent as I possibly can. So I'll show you all in a minute.
Alright, I'm gonna clean this gun here. First off, I'm gonna take the breech plug fully out, get rid of the old primer. Take the breech plug completely out so that I can fully clean the barrel. Put that aside for now. And what I have here is these CVA barrel blaster wipes. Found they work pretty well at just getting everything off the barrel, no matter what it is. Don't put the breech plug in the ground. That would be fun. Gonna patch. Oh, these are buzzing. Run a patch through, going back and forth every few inches until I'll try to show you at least a little bit. So it comes out. She dirty. That's what happens with muzzleloaders. Don't clean it every shot, you will run into the road, that's for sure. Gonna run a second through. Get same thing as the first time. Much cleaner. And I'll use the back side of this one just to attempt to get a majority of the soot and other unburnt powder and whatnot. The end of our breech plug, nipple area. And I'll use my wife's blanket that she's probably going to hate me doing that with, but I'll clean it. Drying it off. Now I'm going to let everything air out for just a minute or so everything's dry. I'm going to make sure that there's no powder whatsoever, because earlier I did have a misfire due to wet powder, and it causes inconsistencies too. Even if it doesn't fully misfire, won't be the exact same. So let everything dry for just a minute or two. It's a pretty volatile liquid, so it only takes a second or two to dry. I want to make sure that I can see through the breech plug, so the nipple. Make sure it's not clogged or anything. But wait a minute, load it up, and then I will get to shooting again. Perfect. Just wanted to show you guys that last shot I just took before I head out. Close out the video. That last shot. Right in there, right where I want it. So my aggregate shot is right in the middle. That's what I want. All right, but hopefully this showed y'all a little bit, just maybe a little bit of entertainment, I don't know. Just a nice range day and what I'm using this season for muzzleloader, for when you see those videos come later this season. I have a tag that's in December for muzzleloader for whitetail, so I'll be getting after it then. But until then, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and hopefully enjoy the content. Thanks. Bye.
Awesome.